Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Renton Reflects. There are quite a number of animated films featuring talking animals that we have come to know and admire. Disney's Robin Hood, Zootopia, Kung Fu Panda, The Bad Guys, Sing, Cats Don't Dance, just to name a few. But then there are those animated films that are not usually talked about as much in social circles. This film is definitely one of them. Originally, it started off as two television specials that were meant to coincide with the 1980 Olympic Games. One of them would cover the Summer Games, the other would cover the Winter Games. The Winter one ended up getting a release, but the Summer one did not, due to the United States boycotting the Moscow Summer Olympics after the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. Ultimately, the two parts were combined into a single feature film with additional animation added to make it suitable for theatrical exhibition. Although it never got a theatrical release in the United States, it did get its American television premiere in the summer of 1982. Essentially, the story is a series of Olympic events taking place in a world populated by anthropomorphic animals, and all of the athletes strive for the gold medal. Bits of conflict do come into play, like there's a subplot involving a missing athlete and another subplot involving two runners who are neck and neck during a 14-day marathon. I think one of the reasons this film is not usually talked about as much is that while it does have good jokes and nice visual gags, they don't seem to leave as much of a resounding impact so that they could be referenced or quoted time and time again. That's not to say that the film is completely dated. Even though it does give off that early 1980s vibe, it still seems to resonate to this day. One of the key elements in its driving force is the voice acting, for it nicely captured the engaging excitement of the real Olympic Games. Take, for example, how there are a few animal characters who cleverly spoof some of the well-known television personalities of the time period, like Barbara Walters and Howard Cosell. Another key element is its satirical take on the Olympics, like how it takes a stab at celebrity worship and product placement. If I were to find any particular fault with the film, I felt as though the music video segments that serve as a bridge between certain Olympic events kind of slowed the pacing down a bit, even if they do have a purpose being there. On the whole, I felt the film served as an entertaining parody of the Olympic Games. It might not be the kind of film that will appeal to everyone, but if you're the kind of person who likes to dive deep into the nostalgic past, then this treasure trove is definitely worth your while. If I were to personally rate this film on a scale between 1 and 10, I'd give it a 7. It's good, and definitely more accessible now that it's available on DVD and a few streaming services like Amazon Prime. Thus concludes my review. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.